Okay? Everybody say hello. Hi, everyone. The Early Access Wipe update will commence at 2 p.m. That is in 30 minutes. You will not be able to log into the game, and players in-game will not be able to enter the matchmaking pool during this time. Players in a match or in-game will have 30 minutes to complete the match and exit safely. Now, not for nothing, SDF, my homie, my brother, that's not really necessary. You're deleting everyone anyway. Like, you're deleting everyone's shit. Just take them down, bro. Like, the ramp up, just give it to a Cernu. It's just my own personal opinion, Probably don't really need the 30 minutes if you're just going to wipe everybody out. Servers will return to full service 2 hours after the start of the patch. So, looks like 4:30 p.m. Eastern. All character levels, items, gold, and skills have been reset. The first wipe occurred much sooner than we expected due to challenges we faced from exploiters. We have learned from this experience and have updated the game and our services to be more robust against these adversaries. In the future, it is our hope to have more time between early access wipes and to give more ample notification. We also want to let you know how we plan to use this early access period going forward. We'll be doing frequent balance updates during the upcoming weeks as we adapt and learn from your feedback. We hope that together we can find the right sweet spot in supporting multiple paths of having fun. Finally, we're thrilled to announce the return of VoIP. Yes! 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 The return of VoIP, baby. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. We hope you enjoy screaming to your heart's delight in the dungeons. Fucking VoIP, let's go, baby. Hell yes. So, patch notes. All spells, attribute bonus ratio return to 100%. What? What? Why? That's wild. The all attributes random modifiers can now go up to +3. All attributes random modifiers can now go up to +3. Could it not do that before? Was it only +2? So now it's up. They can go up to +3 on all? What do you mean, why? Because I think, like, high-end wizards kind of wreck people. They're probably gonna... Hopefully they just nerf the individual spells, though. We'll see. All potions now heal for 15 hit points. Okay, so no more... Pots don't heal for any more than 15 HP anymore. The required duration for the potion decreases as the grade improves. Okay. So, does that mean... Okay. So now we don't have potions healing like a ton of damage over like a 45-second period. Now they heal for 15 HP and that's it. And the duration of that decreases based on grade. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm actually okay with this. Because if they shrunk the overall duration, like let's say it's 15 HP over 30 seconds or something for like a white quality pot, I'm cool with that. And it honestly, since the change, I haven't really noticed that I haven't been healing like as much. Like, you feel a little bit squeezed, but it's not like I wasn't sitting there like, oh, geez, I wish I had that potion heal. I think it took a day or two for people to get used to it, but after they were used to it, I don't think it was that big of a problem. Most people that I talked to weren't like, oh, this is ruining everything, Improve the ratio of recoverable health from 0.5 to 0.65 for taken damage. Okay, so that's good, too. If you get hit by a skeleton, like, this isn't self-inflicted damage. If you're a warlock, it's always recoverable, like, if you self-inflict the damage, but any damage from any external source, 50% of that damage that you took would be recoverable if you, like, sat and rested. Now it's 65% of that damage, so you should have a bit more. All bandages now take a base time of 5.5 seconds to apply, but heals varying amounts of recoverable health based on the grade. So now bandages take longer to use, but heal more, but it's still only recoverable health. Again, they're trying to like nerf the pharmacy, dude. Regular interaction speed bonus is applied at only 50% bonus when using a surgical kit or bandage. So you don't get like super fast usage out of them if you're like if you're a rogue. Is 5.5 seconds faster? I'm trying to think of like the bandage use time. It was longer than that, right? The 5.5 seconds? Unless you were like a rogue. But if you're like a cleric, isn't that longer? It was 7, right? So that's a buff. It's a buff to the time. So that's not bad. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. And again, like bandages for recoverable health, it seemed like they were being used. They were useful. And now that you have more recoverable health, it makes bandages like something that people would use more of. I'm okay with this. Francisca Axe price reduced from 24 to 18, and Hunting Trap price increased from 7 to 10. Get fucked, hunters. Bard's Accelerando, 5, 8, and 11 to 5, 7, 9. So Accelerando nerfed. Allegro, 357%, 3, 4.5, and 6% nerfed. Bard's Shriek, 10, 25, 40, nerfed to 10, 20, 30. So Shriek not going to hit nearly as hard anymore. Wizard's Zap increased in spell cast time to 1.25 seconds. But dude. Quarterstaff move speed penalty 35 to 30. Okay, Zweihander move speed penalty 50 to -45. High roller entrance fee will be kept at 50 gold. The gold horde has been removed from the ruins map. Oh, that's interesting too. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, because people were looting it through the fucking wall. Yeah, people were exploiting and they were looting the gold horde through the wall. So this is interesting. But this reversion is wild because you're I don't know if I agree with that, man. I don't know if I agree with that at all. Because that just makes Wizards one-zap everyone again. I feel like that needs to be dialed back. But, I mean, I guess the saving grace would be you won't see the single zap kills for like 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 on the outside days, because the gear's got to exist first. So maybe in that period of time, they'll be like really analyzing the data that comes out of it to see like where the power spike happens on that curve, and they can start tailing it off a little bit more. Anyway, we've decided to revert the spell attribute ratio back to 100% after realizing that a universal nerf to all spells in this manner was too broad a change. It made it difficult to easily gauge the effectiveness of bonus magic stats on items. I guess I should have read this before I said anything. We've reverted the change and will attempt to use a more surgical approach to spell balancing in the future. As you can see, this update, we've started with a slight debuff to the Wizard Zap to try to test this approach. We'll continue making changes to more spells in the upcoming weeks in a similar manner. I feel like Wizards are really good at zoning targets. And if they have 5 meters to work with, those spells are still going to hit. I think it's going to be hard if you're already at range for that gap close if you're like more melee based. But we'll have to see how it goes. And this is coming from somebody, I got a lot of time on Wizard. Wizard's my like favorite class to play, and I still, even then, I say that like the damage scaling is the problem and it's overpowered. But we've also decided to try a new approach to the healing items, which we hope makes it a little bit more palatable for solo and newer players, while still hopefully reducing the need to bring in an excessive amount of consumables. Bandages will still only apply to recoverable health. However, we hope they have more application through the increased amount of recoverable health you keep. Potions have been updated so they heal for a set 15 HP, and the duration is variable based on the grade. We've started some general balance changes to the Bard and some weapon changes. We believe the Bard is still in fairly strong position and wanted to reduce the upper end of some of their more powerful songs. We understand we may have gone overboard with the Nerf Hammer, and we'll look into trying to make some of the more underused items a little bit more viable. We started with some of the most unpopular weapons and will continue on this path for the foreseeable future. They need to buff the War Maul's move speed penalty too. These are cool. Zweihander is more like in the attack animation, I think, than the move speed penalty. The War Maul needs to have its move speed penalty reduced, but maybe that is an argument we can make for another day. Overall, good stuff. I think overall this is good stuff. The Francisca Axe price being reduced is, I think that's right. I think that's cool. The hunting trap increase, fuck Rangers. I kid. Rangers are strong right now. This is going to be the time of the fucking caster, though. Like, they have to nerf this. They have to. Zap needs to have its scaling curbed by like 40%, minimum 40%. Fireball probably needs to have its scaling curbed by 30%. Those two are like the largest offenders, I think. When you're high level, you have a ton of gear. When guys that are rocking like plus 20, plus 25, plus 29 spell damage and have like 40 will on a wizard, and they are single zapping everyone that they come in contact with, doesn't even have to be a headshot, and they just kill them in one zap. That's an issue, and that will happen, and it will happen this week. Give them like 3 days. 3 days for like a hardcore gamer to amass the gear that they need, and then you're gonna start seeing highlight reels again. Hopefully in the course of those 3 days, they'll be watching like the curve on people's gearing, and they'll pay attention to those accounts that have like a lot, so that when they get to the point where they're able to do those single zap kills, or they get close to being able to pull those single zap kills, they can see where that like inflection point is and like tail it off. Because that's really, I mean, like, that's what needs to happen. Should have been put to 75% to test first. Yeah. Propaganda? Not at all. It's no less. Oh no, I completely agree. Physical damage, the same problem. I honestly thought that they were going to nerf physical damage this wipe. I thought that that was going to be in the patch notes. And I know that they agree that it's an issue. I think that the reason why they haven't done it is for the same reason that they put the spell damage ratio back to 100%. Because they want to watch the stat curve and see where that inflection point is, to where they're starting to do like real damage, so that they can start like knocking those little pieces out. So that when you're at a high level, like the idea is that they don't want it so that someone in even halfway decent gear gets one tap. Like low TTK being what it is, okay, fine. But being single tapped by somebody just because they have good items doesn't give anybody a chance to try and outplay anybody else. There's no struggle. There's no back and forth, right? Then it just becomes a bunch of rat gameplay and doesn't stay fun for people. The most fun is when you get into those fights where there's like that back and forth, and like you're like, oh, dude, that was a good play, right? Like that's what everybody wants. You want to know that, like, even though you're frustrated with losing, that you got outplayed in the loss. You don't want to know that you lost just because like some guy had a fucking hand ballista and shot you from 50 meters and hit you in the head, even though you had on ridiculous gear. Just the armor pen and the damage of the weapon that they were using just overcame that, and there was no chance for you to even answer. Like, that's not what they want to have happen. And I had conversations about this already with the devs about it. So, but yeah, those are the patch notes. I mean, I think it looks good. I think it was real good. I don't like this. This was a head scratcher for sure, but I can see where they're trying to, like, they're going back and then they're going to try and, like, rebuild it from the ground up. And I think that's cool. I'm good with it. And this won't become a problem, like I said, for like 3-4 days. So once we get there, hopefully they've got an answer. That would be the hope. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare coming across a wizard in, like, High Roller. Because, yeah, people can get clapped because there's not a lot of spell damage reduction. All right. Anyway.